Well, welcome into Trapdoor to Hell. It's another fantastic episode. If depending on how I cut this, you may have already heard that we have Hardy once again joining the program, and our good friend Ken coming for the first time.
Party with Hardy.
Yep,
What up, motherfuckers?
this is the first time you came on the podcast. You know, is it like the first time you came in real life?
I mean, no.
Well, you had a little bit of a hesitation, so
the excitement was close, but find out when we're done.
we're missing our good friend Donnie. Donnie was supposed to be on here, but he's currently watching the new
to Tahoe.
Donnie's going to Tahoe. He's currently watching the new Jurassic World movie. Since that's up, we're talking about it. I went and saw it yesterday, and I saw it in the 4DX theater at Regal. Now, do you guys know about the 4DX theater?
No, explain.
Is that the one in Dublin?
So yeah, this is the one. Remember we saw IMAX Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
So this theater is in the same one, but it's a 4DX theater. So it's 3D and the seats move.
Like Disneyland shit?
Like you guys ever
Bugs Life?
like the Bugs Life, like the old Bugs Life shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they spray, fog goes off in the fucking thing. They spray water at you. They fucking do all that crazy shit.
They do that in the theater?
In the theater, yes.
Oh, shit.
So the last time I went and saw a 4DX movie was at the Century Theaters in Union City. And it was to see either Deadpool or Deadpool 2. I cannot remember. I think it was the first one. In the seats, it was a 4DX theater as well. The seats were a little smaller and they kind of moved a little bit. Like you got a little rough stuff going and shit like that. This one is full on, like a fucking amusement ride. Like I couldn't even eat the popcorn half the time during this shit. It was so nuts.
So I'm fucking going everywhere.
Yeah,
Is it more expensive?
It's more expensive. I think the cost is equal to going to IMAX movie or something like that. But I have that movie pass. So all I had to do was pay the difference from a regular ticket price to that, which was maybe like $5 or something like that.
That's cool.
Dude, it's something. We were talking about getting toasty and going to see Jurassic World all together. Mainly Gary was. But I think what we should do is like the next John Wick movie or like Fast and the Furious movie. We all set aside the time weeks in advance, book our tickets for this 4DX shit, get a little toasty, and just fucking go in there and enjoy the 90-minute ride, dude, because it was fucking crazy.
Damn. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm in.
I mean, it's a like.
Hey, do they have the Top Gun in the 4DX?
Oh, I can look really quick. I didn't. I didn't.
Like, out of all the movies that are out right now, I want to see Top Gun. I don't give a fuck about Tom Cruise, but all I know is the filming of those aircraft.
What did you guys?
Those aircraft and all that shit's gonna be dope as fuck.
What did you guys think of the original from the 80s?
I loved it. I'm an aircraft and military guy. I was in the Navy too, so you know I'm kind of partial to that side of things. And just watching the aircraft take off and launch and recover and watching them fly is just something else. I mean,
I tell you what, I like the original. I realize like it's got that 80s charm to it. Like most people will knock it down a lot. I think it's a product of its time. When I watch the new one, I go, this is, if they had this technology and this wherewithal that they didn't have to make it the way they did in the 80s and they can make it like they do now, this is how they would have made it. It's like Tom Cruise got to double back and make the Top Gun movie he always wanted. It's really, really fucking great.
But dude, they made those movies without CGI. There was no CGI. So
this
all
one,
the filming of those aircraft
Yeah.
Fucking real as shit, bro. Up close, the sounds, all that stuff was fucking.
Same thing with this
some
one.
legit
This
shit.
one is all practical too.
Good. It should be, because that's where the shock and awe for me is watching the filming of those fucking planes doing the shit that they do in them.
And it's insane. It's super insane. Tom Cruise, I like, the guy's a weirdo and all that shit, but when he does a movie, he does it for the fucking people in the stands. Like, he never uses CGI. He always wants to use practical effects. On the last Mission Impossible movie, he fucking broke his leg in like 3 places because he jumped out of a train that was crashing off a hill. All practical.
Isn't he like 65 too?
Yeah, he does it all himself.
He's been using that baby blood to keep himself young, huh?
Scientology.
No,
it's his upper class Hollywood folk.
I mean, and apparently they get them all from the
It's working.
CPS. You know what? It's great too.
Yeah.
We don't have the fucking guy to just come here and say we're liars for no reason.
know.
Oh, no, it's really great. One of the good things, like I've been seeing a lot on TikTok right now, is Miles Teller coming in and people asking him about what it's like to work with Tom Cruise and what he's actually like on set. And he's like, dude, the guy's fucking insane. Like, everything's practical. He's better, stronger than you are, and he's 50 years older than you are.
Yeah.
Imagine being that fucking in shape at his age. You can't have any of these ice cold beverages.
Right? Well, I'm sure his regiment's fucking probably ridiculous. Like, I don't know if you guys heard, like, Mark Wahlberg, his regiment's something silly.
Mark
Wahlberg. He gets up. Yeah, dude, he gets up at like 3 in the fucking morning, does a bunch of fucking workouts and training and shit like that, and fucking eats some fucking food, takes a little nap, and then fucking starts his day.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg has. That's funny that you bring it up, because the most bullshit thing in that schedule, like, I believe the whole thing that he gets up at like 3 a.m. and goes to bed hell late. But he claims that he plays 18 holes of golf in like 2.5 hours.
Okay, Kim Jong-un.
Everything else,
because he fucking gets on the green and picks the ball up.
I mean, even if you do that, you can't play 2.5 hour 18 holes. And then people are asking him, they're like, are you playing it on VR? And he's like, no, I go out to the course at 4 a.m. And I'm like, first of all, the fucking courses aren't even open that early because you got a fucking frost warning on it. I mean, I don't want to just throw my bid on here, but the whole 9/11 thing. Do you guys know what he did after 9/11?
No.
No.
Right after 9/11, right, the flight logs start coming out. They start interviewing people. Mark Wahlberg comes out the week after 9/11, claims he was supposed to be, I think it was on United 93. It was I think it was the second plane that crashed into the Twin Tower. He was supposed to be on that flight. And a week after the tragedy, he goes and does an interview and he says, if he was on that plane, things would have been different.
Oh, fuck. You're not Tom Cruise, Mark Wahlberg.
Like, yeah. And then like a month later, once people are like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is this? You can't just say that. What about all the people who do? He's like, I retract what I said. I said that out of, I said that out of heat of the moment or whatever. But like, who's to say what would have happened if I was on that plane? I would have tried to stop him at least. It may not have worked. And it's like, still.
Chug it, baby.
Hardy, I watched the Joe Rogan you were talking about. Finally.
Yeah.
The Asian.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Physicist or whatever he is.
Yeah, the physicist. That's right. That's what he is. Dude, that was so fucking interesting, dude.
Yeah.
I love that shit when they're talking about, because he's talking about, for those of you who didn't listen, I'm not going to look up the guy's name, but you can find it. It's like Oh, I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna get fucking canceled if I
Starts
start
with an M.
trying to
Say that.
guess his
I'll
fucking
look him
name.
up right now.
Yeah, look at Kenny. Got the laptop. He's my Jamie for today.
Yeah. Pull it up, Jamie.
Pull it up. Pull it up, Jenny. Jamie.
Jenny.
Jenny from the block. So he the way he was going about explaining like the way that time travel could work and the way that aliens could work and stuff, it showed that, like you said, that he was used to be a non-believer, but he's a believer that there is some extraterrestrial life out there. But also he puts it in a real, like, think of it this way. Everybody who's listening to this,
Logical.
Everybody who's listened to this, I hope, has listened to the episode where Donnie tries to talk about the child bloodsuckers that we brought up earlier.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself every time Donnie says
no. That's exactly the fucking response I'm looking for. But where Donnie is just a guy who watched YouTube videos and doesn't really have many like facts and stuff, he's a true scientist. So he takes the approach of extraterrestrial life, time jumping, time, like, and just a matter of life into a super scientific way, breaks it down into something that's easy to digest for a regular human, and then spits it back out intelligently.
So is this guy Stephen E. Coonan?
No.
Nope, wrong guy.
Starts with an M.
I can find it.
So if you know anything about this guy or the UFO community or followed it in any sense,
I got it right here, Hardy. It's Michio Kaku.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. That's
well,
it.
This guy has
Are you sure you said that right?
Not at all.
He has publicly clowned on UFOs and UFO believers and aliens for over 20 years. Like on Discovery Channel and actually, he made a mockery of it for fucking a long time. Now he's like, this shit could really fucking scientifically be true. Or he's convinced it's true.
I think you want me to spell it out for you?
Yeah.
And he doesn't think that aliens are coming here. He thinks that they're sending drones or even sending themselves in like a laser form.
Let me spell this out. It's capital obviously capital M ICHIO space KAKU.
It's hot, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm sweating like a whore in church over here. No, that was one of the most interesting things I wanted to say was his theory on what aliens are actually doing and how traveling the universe would actually exist is that by the time you are able to grab that much energy, your technology is strong enough to where they can put your basic consciousness into a being and send that off without the restrictive outer space on your physical ability. Like
level 3 humans. We're at level 3 consciousness or level 2, and we're about to go to level 3 soon in like 1,000 years, something like that.
No. We're at what he said was there's 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3. We're at 0.7. Okay. Because we at the first level, and it's not of consciousness, it's of technology.
Using tools is like number 1.
The first one was being able to harness untapped energy. Almost, he kind of went back on it later in the episode because at first he said,
I need to listen to it again.
He said that you like level 1 is like harnessing a super power like uranium or something like that, but then we have nuclear bombs at the same time. So we kind of went back on it, but I think it's level 1 implies that you've harnessed this energy that I think as a country and as a world we've already harnessed, but being able to have the moral background to use it strictly for scientific reasons and for exploration. So like we have these nuclear powers that we know how to use, which for fucking Americans we've seen in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. but being able to use that not as a threat. Like when we think about all those powers, like all that nuclear power that we're using, that is only geared towards weapons of mass destruction, whether it's Russia or US. It's never used as a source of fuel for anything else.
Oh, power
Okay.
plants, they're producing energy.
Okay.
They do, but that like as soon as a little disturbance goes, they shut those nuclear plants down.
Oh, they're super risky. I mean,
But yeah,
you know,
of course they're super risky. Like if you have to contain them and stuff like that.
there's
But I
only
think
been 2 known disasters or the 3 known disasters from nuclear power plants, right?
yeah,
Chernobyl,
Chernobyl.
what's that? Seventh island, something third island. It's in Pennsylvania. What do they
yep,
call it? Something Island. And then the one in Tokyo where the fucking after the earthquake that shit cracked,
exactly, yeah.
leaked into
But
the ocean.
but I think the idea of becoming a first level high intelligent species that this guy is talking about means focusing all that energy as a world and not just
On evolving.
as singular nations. And I think it was a great thing that Joe Rogan and him talked about, which he wouldn't get into because there's no real scientific backing behind it. But Joe was trying to touch on was like, as long as we're still these evolutions of ape and we have this territorial thing, we cannot move further into our evolutional state.
I don't think that's ever gonna change. Like there's always gonna be clouting people trying to rise to the top and step on other people. It's a human nature is that way.
I truly believe that too. Like it shows even in just like politics, right? We want to go into that. Like especially in this country, this great country that we live in right now. Like it's so black and white on either side. You either vote here or you vote there. Instead of voting for what's best for the country in whole and best for the humanity of people, and then you've got other nations who come to power by people who are sociopaths and only out there for the pure sense of power instead of the sense of I feel like I'm the right person that can lead the nation to equalism. I think I don't know. I kind of got lost
Equalism.
there. I don't know. I got lost in the middle there. I had a train of thought.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm getting way too deep out here.
How was your guys' Chowchilla trip? I haven't talked to you guys since then.
Let's flip gears a little bit.
Yes, sir.
No,
That
that
was fun.
Chow was fun. One of my favorite parts of Chow, and Ken will attest to this, one of my favorite parts was when we got down to the sirloin steak cook-off or the T-bone steak cook-off. It was so fucking funny. So we were supposed to do it. Ken busted his ass cooking oysters and cooking tacos early, and he got everybody fed. But we were supposed to do this T-bone cook-off, and then it became like almost 9:30 at night. Ken,
yeah, it was super fucking late.
it was late as fuck before anybody was like, hold up. And it was me, of course. I'm like, we're gonna do this steak cook-off. And all that was, and I'll tell you right now, all that was I was starving. I didn't eat any tacos or any oysters, and I was obliterated drunk. I just wanted steak.
Yeah, I cooked all those tacos, bro, and I wasn't even fucking hungry after I got done cooking them.
Yeah,
and when you were like, "Let's make steak," I'm like, "Yeah, let's do that too."
Yeah, we it was fucking super funny because I told Ken, and Ken will attest to this. Right before we started, I told Ken, I said, I'm not doing this because of the competition. I'm just doing this because I want a steak cooked how I do it. I'm gonna lose this competition straight up. So we started cooking. We do the competition. We get them all cut up. The judges come out, and of course, first place, Jared Fast.
I got robbed though, man. They didn't even put my steak up in there until after everybody had already eaten.
Yeah, because you cut it. You didn't cut it up yourself.
You told me I was supposed to.
I was
Fucking
trying.
busy cooking shit.
I was trying to, but you were so hammered. I was
I
like,
was
Kenny.
not that hammered.
I was like, Kenny.
Was not that hammered.
Maybe not. But you also did. You were the last one to finish your steak too. As always, we set these rules, and then all of a sudden the rules just get blurry as shit. But so we finish that up. We get all the steaks out there, and Kenny goes, and me and Kenny are sitting there talking. And he goes, I want to know what's last place. And I go, you don't have to ask, Kenny. I know what steak is in last place.
I thought your steak was probably fucking one of the best, bro.
I appreciate
think it's a bit. I think it's a fucking chowchilla bit now.
Who were the judges? The kids? I think it was Jazz.
It was I think Jasmine, Keith, Annette, and Alice.
Oh, the same people, my people.
Yeah, it's the same people.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Alice is always gonna vote for Jared. That's chicken shit.
It's the same thing, and that's what I said. But I knew from the beginning, like I told you, I said I'm gonna lose this thing. I don't give a shit. And the funny thing was, and everybody was. Robin tried my steak, said this shit is really good. I like this. Ken was eating it, and he goes, if I had to pick,
a little kick to it, it was nice.
He goes, if I had to pick a steak that I was gonna eat multiple days in a row, it'd be yours. The one that I did with Jared that you guys did one with mushrooms on top is kind of like a special occasion thing, but yours is a steak that I would have every day and I would have no problem with. And of course, right when he says that, like it was the time where it couldn't have been perfect. Right when he said that, they come out and they go, oh, so by the way, the last place was number 36, which was my steak. And I just looked at
every time, bro. Every time you fucking lose.
Every time.
They're fucking with you, bro.
But you're fucking last place. I don't know why.
I just looked at Kenny and I said, I knew
those
this
ribs were fucking bad.
I knew this was gonna happen. I cook the things the way I like them, and that's how I'm gonna keep doing it. The last ribs weren't bad. The first ribs were bad.
The garlic thing, whatever that was.
First, I admit that 100 times over 100. You
should stick to the stuff what you know, bro.
Well, I did that. Yeah,
that shit. Fucking,
I did the stupid
brand new fucking seasoning and fucking,
Yeah, I did the stupid thing of fucking listening to a TikTok video that I saw, which I should have known better because I saw a bunch of things on the fucking TikTok, like the fucking bacon wrapped hot pockets smoked that didn't come out good. I shouldn't listen to that shit. But the second set of ribs that I did last time were good ribs. I just got overly mad that I should have won. And that was all just me being absolutely obliterated. But this time
that happens every time you overthink something you're cooking. Happens every time. If you just fucking cook, your shit's bomb as fuck always.
Yeah.
Well, you just do the basics, bro. Just keep it simple.
Well, that's what this time I just cooked it like I like to have it. I cooked the steak exactly how I do it. And you know what? That's not what those judges like, unfortunately. But
I think they're just fucking with you now.
No, I really because the way
your last place every time, last 4 years in a row.
the way I do my steak is with a bunch of this brisket rub that's like heavy on the pepper, and then I put buttery steakhouse over the top. And what they all said was the rub was a little bit too much, but got people who like that peppery taste when they're biting into a steak. Liked it. Ken liked it. I liked it. Robin Fast liked it. Plenty of people.
I liked it. It had a little bit of bite to it.
Salt.
Nice.
Yeah,
just salt.
Nice.
Well, the salt come.
Good.
What's up, Kenny? No. What's up, Kenny?
I'm like, if you, and the problem is like the steaks that we get or we're buying, they're just fucking random ass shitty fucking steaks. They weren't even fucking good ones. So,
and that's it.
In my opinion, you got to put some seasoning on them to make them fucking taste good. If you buy fucking good steak, all you really need is fucking salt,
a little salt,
pepper, and butter.
Yeah, just a little salt.
Yeah.
I do.
It depends on the cut you're buying.
When I buy like some good filet,
best cut
wins.
No. The best cut is a ribeye. You can't argue
the
that.
best cut's always gonna win.
No, I think the filet is the best cut.
Oh, see, I don't think so. No way, man.
But you guys like
very
you guys
little
like-
fat
I
in
think
the
quality
ribeye.
of
you guys like your I try and pick if I'm looking for one, I try and pick filet that they cut that's got a good fat ring around the outside and then a little bit of marbling.
A lot of bit of marbling.
I don't
You
I
see
don't
this
like
gut,
that.
bro. I didn't get this gut by a little bit of marbling.
I'm not a big fat guy myself, so like
You're not? Since when?
but that
You
fat
are a big
renders out
fat
when
guy.
you cook it down.
well, if you're
not joking,
fucking
I'm talking
frying
literally.
that shit really quick. Not if you're frying that shit really.
It'll still render out. Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're
Well,
all
it
big
depends.
fat guys.
I like marbling to an extent. Like I don't like when there's, let's say for example, a big old T-bone or a big old New York strip that's got a huge chunk of fat on the side of it. You can't cook that shit down. I don't like that. I cut that shit off.
That's not marbling.
Okay. Well, yeah, I like
Marbling
marbling
is
too.
all the rippling inside. It's the marbling is all that white stuff on the
Yeah,
inside.
of course. But even if it becomes too much, like these Wagyu strips and stuff like that, it becomes too much. I think it takes over the actual meat in there.
I've never had Wagyu, so I couldn't tell you. But I could, because of its fattiness, it's probably got to be really tender and extremely juicy.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
yeah.
I mean, probably overly rich. You couldn't eat a 10-ounce steak like that. I mean,
Oh, no,
it would
every-
probably
e-
just be overwhelming. I would think.
Every time if you go online and look up like the Wagyu cuts and stuff like that, oh shit, I got shots coming in.
When I was a
Hey, can you give me something to piss
love
in?
the fat on a steak. I used to fucking eat everybody's fat on a steak when I was a kid.
Really?
Yes, I used to love it.
So that's how my dad.
It's so tasty.
That's how
I
my
just don't do it
dad
anymore
runs.
because it's bad for you.
When I was a
Yeah,
kid,
I love it.
when I was
Ain't
a
bad
kid,
for you as long as it's a moderation.
What up, Laura?
oh, close the door. Laura brought me a
in there?
shot, and now she's bringing me a cup to piss in, so I don't have to leave this conversation.
Okay, Ari
You,
Shafir.
you can edit this out. Just saying, bro.
Oh no, this is great for the pod right here.
Good content.
No.
Great.
If you guys, Ken doesn't have the Facebook anymore, but Hardy might remember. I did a Facebook live
You
stream.
left Facebook?
What?
He left Facebook?
Ken did. Yeah, he doesn't have his Facebook anymore, right, Ken?
It's there. I just don't fucking use it.
You don't use it. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's
I
cute.
did a
I
I-
fucking hate Facebook. It's fucking useless.
I did a Facebook live
Okay.
stream when me and Ty were in the middle of our little break where we weren't doing podcasts, and I stood up. I was drinking beer just like this. I popped a hole in the fucking top of it with my finger, and I pissed into it live on air. And then I showed on the thing that I filled it up all the way to the rim, like it almost fucking. It was when I finished pissing, it was touching the tip of my dick.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still pissing. Yeah, I know. I got pissed like a motherfucker. Sorry,
I
where
need
were
a
we?
two
Should have
liter
brought a
when I
bigger. Should have brought a bigger cup.
Should have put a catheter. Wasn't it your buddy Dave Barchet who was talking about the guy who
You
went to
gotta
the
get a stadium, buddy.
Yeah. Tell that story, Kenny. Tell that story. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah, so my homie fucking he goes to the ballpark and they get all fucking shit faced and his buddy wears his fucking he called it a stadium buddy.
That ain't a lot.
This is I would say
Drink it!
Drink it.
It's a
Drink it, yeah.
podcast. You gotta drink that shit.
I would like to have some fun later. I'm not gonna drink my own piss. That's like a 30-ounce cup right there. All right.
Sip,
So
I didn't say like chug it. I mean, you know.
a little sip isn't gonna hurt anything, right?
Yeah, you'll be all right.
All right. I'll have
No, man, don't do it.
no, it's whiskey. Did you already have yours?
What?
You already have yours?
I'm gonna have mine away from
Okay.
A shot in the piss chaser.
She said she said I can't have my
I can't have my shot by
she can't have her shot by my piss cup.
Have a little penny with Kenny.
Penny with Kenny. This is Penny too. This is Penny too.
Yeah.
Get all right. All right. Ugh. Toasty. All right, tell the Dave Marche story. Come on.
So anyways, they go to, I don't know what it was, baseball, football, whatever. And his buddy tells him I'm wearing a stadium buddy, and he's like, "The fuck is a stadium buddy?" He's like, "Oh man, we could fucking smash all these beers, and I can sit in the fucking seat as long as I want." And I put this little tube over my fucking dick, and I piss in it, and I tied this bag to my leg, and it's Velcro strapped to my leg. So whenever I piss, it just goes and fills up this fucking bag, kind of like a catheter, but
It's like a redneck catheter.
Yeah, he's like, "What? Really?" He's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "It'll be fine." He's like, "Okay." He's like, and then after the second quarter, he's like, "I'll go empty that shit out, so I can only have to get up twice." So anyways, he fucking gets up. He does it once, and it fucking works. He goes and empties this thing out in the fucking toilet, puts it back on, straps it to his leg, and goes back. And they're fucking smashing some more beers. Let's get into the third quarter, and he's like, "Man, let's go to the fucking bar. Let's get out of the seats." He's like, "Okay." Go up to the fucking bar, and they start getting fucking just obliterated, fucking hammered. And so he's sitting there, and he goes to piss in his fucking stadium buddy, and the fucking hose pops out, and it fucking pisses all over his fucking leg. And he's sitting at the bar. There's this giant puddle of fucking piss all up underneath his ass. And he's like, "Hey, Dave, I think my bag broke." And he's like, "What?" He's all, "My stadium buddy stopped working." So now he's got piss all over his fucking pants, his leg, a giant puddle under him. He just fucking stood there and kept fucking drinking too.
Oh, that's a good story right there. That's fucking
Stadium
great.
buddy.
I mean, I can't lie. I just pissed on a podcast. That shit happens to me all the time. I gotta piss like a motherfucker. You guys know I'll piss a fucking 100 times a night.
Yeah, you fucking almost pissed in my fucking living room like 10 fucking times.
Well, I've been doing that. I've been doing that shit since I was a kid. Like,
I know. Whenever you stay at my house, I gotta piss monitor you. Fucking make sure fucking you get up to take a piss. It's not in my fucking fireplace.
I didn't realize this shit was happening until one night. I think I was maybe 11 or 12 years old.
Yeah, you told me this one.
I apparently woke up in the middle of the night. No, let me tell you, right from the beginning, this is told from the perspective of my dad telling me in the morning. I apparently woke up in the middle of the night, walked over to the garbage can in the kitchen, which my bathroom is about, I would say, 10 steps closer than going to the garbage can in the kitchen. And my dad came out, apparently fully nude, and got spooked by me standing over the garbage can in the kitchen. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I turned over to him, and I apparently said, "Nothing," and then just started pissing in the garbage can. And he didn't even stop me. He just turned back around and went back to bed. Knowing that motherfucker, he was trying to get like a spoonful of peanut butter or something. Oh, so good. So fucking good. Oh, man. I miss Donnie. I do wish he was here because I want to hear his stuff. Like his part of the Chowchilla stuff is super funny because he sees everything through the lens of him. Like being like
through Donnie glasses.
Yeah, through the Donnie glasses.
He was messaging me the whole time.
Yeah, and he's literally like he thrives out there because Chow, I mean, everybody's great out there, but like they don't know that Donnie level of gay fucking around. There's a new level of gay, like those guys will be like, "Oh, I love you," like tap each other's ass and be like, "Oh, we're all fun." Donnie will like he did to me. He'll stick my big toe right into his mouth, suck on it for a second, and then look up at everybody and be like, "Me likey," and everybody else freaks the fuck out.
That's fucking awful, bro.
Awful. No, it's bad. I tell him he shouldn't do it. It's disgusting that he does it. Absolutely disgusting.
That's the grossest shit ever.
You know, I could stick my own toes in my mouth.
Don't do it.
Kenny will leave this meeting right now.
Kenny
will leave the pod.
Podcast is over for Ken. I won't even finish my drink. Gotta go.
So is the that's an interesting topic. Are the toes the only thing, or like the feet, the only thing that gets you there? If not, what's the other thing that gets you there? And I want to hear from you too, Hardy.
I just I don't know what it is or why I am this way, but for sure, like I've never feet don't bother me unless they're near my upper torso or near my face or head. Like, so again, like if we're laying on the fucking couch and somebody puts their feet on up near my face, I'll get up and lean to the other side or move away from it. I just, or if they're intentionally putting their fucking feet in my face, then we got a fucking problem. I'm like, get your fucking feet out of my fucking face.
I do that to you once every time I stay there.
Yeah, I know.
And you tell me, you say, get your dirty fucking feet out of my face. And I go, I got my good chuckle in for the first time. We're done now.
I don't know why. It's just, I grossed out by fucking feet.
Yeah. But there's nothing, there's literally nothing else that grosses you out like that.
No, not like that. I'm just fucking, you can fucking put your butt in my face and fart and it doesn't bother me not nearly as much as fucking feet. I don't.
Yeah.
It's just like a fucking phobia.
Hardy, what's that thing for you?
I don't think there's anything.
You haven't seen.
I don't think there's a specific thing that really fucks with me.
Really?
Like body part wise or anything, no.
No, okay. All right. Well, I'll take the reins on this one because like you guys know me. I'm super weird and shit doesn't bother me. But the one thing that I can't stand is rats. Right?
Yeah.
Anything to do with rats, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I don't
like spiders.
When I was
really?
You tell me if this equates. If spiders equate to this. I'm working at Old Dominion freight lines. I'm working I think this is a 1 a.m. shift to, whatever time I get off of the morning shift. Me and my buddy Jimmy Minkle, who everybody who listens to this knows Jimmy Minkle, we drive over to Burger King in the middle of the night to get our lunch. Burger King on Hagenberger is located in between a Giant Burger and a McDonald's. And there is a bunch of hedge bushes. We're at the takeout line where we're about to get our food, and all you can see is rats running from the hedge bush that runs along the drive-through over to where the Burger King, where the sidewalk where the Burger King is actually located. And I've got my chest of my knees into my shoulders. I'm in the truck. My knees are up to my shoulders with my eyes closed going, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here.
No, I got nothing like that.
No, yeah, me neither. I mean, I don't care for bugs. I don't like bugs buzzing around my ears or my head. That gives me the goosebumps, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. But like, not
where you freak down and give up on life.
Yeah. That's the difference. That's the difference between being annoyed by something and a phobia.
Yeah, I don't got a phobia. I don't think.
You don't have a phobia?
I don't think. No,
man, I wish I lived your guys' life. That sounds
break down
awesome.
and close my eyes.
This motherfucker right here is definitely afraid of fucking heights.
Who, Hardy?
Yeah, I don't like heights.
Fuck, bro. You go. I went
I hate heights.
Fucking
I hate
feet
heights.
on a fucking scissor lift, bro. And
With
this
everybody.
motherfucker, I've never seen.
I'm not
him
going
fucking,
like this and closing down.
He's like,
stop, motherfucker! Stop right fucking now!
He stoved up,
fucking
bro.
playing.
Like
Stop.
he was frozen, bro. Like
hanging
holding on to the fucking side rail. Don't do that, Ken. Don't do that, Ken.
I fucking hate heights.
So, have you ever watched?
Don't do this. Hey, bro, you know what he reminded me of? He reminded me of fucking Donkey and Shrek going over the fucking lava bridge. That's what fucking Hardy reminds me of when we go up fucking high.
Just don't look down.
Like,
just don't look down. Just don't look down.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Is this,
Breck,
oh,
I'm
you said-
looking down.
And no, he's shaking the scissor lift.
I did too.
And it
Oh.
wasn't 14 feet. It was way higher than 14 feet.
Hey, that ain't no brimstone. I
28
know stones, and that ain't no brimstone.
Brimstone.
I don't like heights. I'm afraid of death. I don't know.
So you're afraid of heights? Okay.
I'm afraid of heights. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not
Big time.
like
too. I do not like heights, but they
I
don't
don't-
bother
Big
me
time.
as much as they do him.
heights are a weird thing to me because like some people, like what gets me is like you see these people who will go on the top of high-rise buildings and sit down and hang their legs off with no
Harness.
safety percussion, no harness, or people who are walking like high wires, or they'll go right up on a roof and just lean over the edge and be fine. That shit bothers me.
I don't
Like-
even ride roller coasters. Remember we were at Disney and we were on that Ferris wheel? I was scared shitless when you guys were trying to shake that shit.
God, that was so fucking
It's not a joke.
fucking
I don't
hate-
like
hey,
that
I
shit.
hate that
I don't
Ferris
like
wheel
that shit.
too, bro. I don't like
So,
that Ferris wheel.
I was getting mad at him and
So
fucking
that was
Isla
the
fucking
that
trying
was
to
the
shake it.
funniest thing. Hardy came with me. I took was it just me, you, and Lila?
Yeah, you,
It wa-
Lila, and fucking. That's it. I think
That was
no,
it. It was
I
just
think
me and
everybody
you and
was there.
Lila. Yeah. And we went into the big Ferris wheel, and I picked the
The one that
moving
moves back
side.
and forth too. Yeah. Oh,
And they
fuck
had
you.
no idea that I had picked that side, because if I know this is an amusement park ride, this is Disneyland, it's all safe. I'm not worried about it. As soon as I get, like, if I can put a safety precaution on with heights, I've got no problem. So I'm like, no, this is gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. And then it goes to the top. We get all the way to the top on the backside. Nothing's really going on. On the other side is where the shit happens, because it starts stopping hard and it starts rotating you.
So swinging.
And Hardy,
I had to get out of my
Hardy-
seat and sit on the bottom. I wanted to be close to the bottom.
he's freaking out. He's freaking the fuck out, and he's going, "Why are you?" Because I'm laughing.
Travis,
I think
stop! He's
he's
trying
going,
to shake it on me.
Travis, stop! Travis,
He
stop!
thought I was
I'm
he
not
thinks I'm
doing.
You're
kidding.
doing anything.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
anything.
but he thinks I'm kidding.
I'm laughing
Laughing his ass
hard as shit. He's like, Travis, stop this, stop. You're doing it. To the point where Lila freaks the fuck out and starts going, Dad, you need to stop. Please stop. Please stop.
You're
Yeah.
like,
Well,
I'm just sitting here.
I'm crying laughing. We get down to the bottom finally. We get off. We go meet up with Laura and Emma, and she goes, I can hear you, Travis, hysterically laughing up there.
I don't ride
laughs-
roller coasters.
My laughs were overpowering their fucking screams.
Me and
Yeah,
me
it
and
was
my family
scary.
rode that same one. I didn't like that interior one because it rocked so much it almost tossed me out of my seat. And I couldn't put my feet down to hold myself in. And poor little Rye was freaking out too because he was like almost getting tossed out.
But-
But mom were having a fucking hell of a time. I don't know why, but
it's
they
a
were fucking
cage.
comfortable.
It's a
I know,
cage
I
all the
know.
way around. You're
Yeah,
not going
yeah.
anywhere.
I don't know.
It makes
I
you
didn't
feel
care
like
for it
you're
either.
loose though. You're just nothing holding
Well,
you.
I think that's the
Yeah, I
difference.
don't know why, but
Because like when you're in a roller coaster and shit, you are fucking strapped in. You're like your back is against something that is stiff, and you got something against the front of you that's also stiff as shit. So you have that security factor.
to an extent. Like we rode the Guardians, and I liked the Guardians, but when I was sitting next to little Travie, bro, I was freaked the fuck out because like I could see his little tiny ass coming off the seat. and
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
because
I put my arm
that's
down and smash him down.
a
But he
that's
was
a
fucking fine.
yeah, that ride's
Eric,
only
I'm
a
fucking
seatbelt.
melting down.
That ride's only a
But still,
seatbelt.
It's just
Yeah.
up and down, but
The-
but that was
the-
a dope ride too.
If you haven't watched this, there's an interesting Disney Plus series that they do documentaries about a lot of the attractions and how they made them and how they're different than anything else, and they go into deep detail about it. And that's a super interesting thing, because before that, the only ride that there was no ride that ever operated at the time was Hollywood Tower of Terror that operated like that. They had to hire union elevator workers and designers because they wanted something that they wanted something that worked like an elevator, right? Because that's all it is. It's a industrial elevator shaft, but they wanted to be able to make sure that something would not just drop you, but pull you. So the way that ride works in the drop is it's not just a drop. It's actually a pull down. They're pulling that bottom rope down on you.
Yeah, that's that feeling because because if you just cut it loose, it's just gonna gravity's only gonna drop it so fast. It's not gonna give you that immediate boom.
I believe on Disney
I did
Plus.
not know that. That's cool,
yeah.
though.
I believe on Disney Plus it's called Behind the Attraction. Great thing. Sit down the I don't think Travi will sit for it, but Brody, especially at his age, and the way his mind works, he'll love that. He'll love that. And it's a great, interesting show for you. You're an electrician. You love the mechanics of all that stuff. It's fucking fantastic. Hardy, did you ever watch that?
I need to get a refill, boys.
Get a refill. You're good.
Say it again.
I'll be back.
Come on back. Hardy, have you ever watched that? The Behind the Attraction?
I've watched a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
These guys do a ton of fucking good work. You know what I like too on YouTube? It's called I watch what is it called? There's a couple of YouTubers who do they talk, it's Yesterworld. Yesterworld does a great YouTube page. And there's another one or something, but they go in depth about the background of attractions and stuff like that on YouTube.
There's a lot of random.
One of my
land.
favorite things.
Yeah, that's why whenever I'm at Disneyland and a ride's broken down, somebody will give me shit. They're like, "Oh fuck, this fucking ride's broken down," but I respect it so much because when there's something little wrong, they're there to fix it and they sense it.
Yeah, no, they're all over it. If something's not working right, shut it down for the day. Make sure it's right. It sucks,
Fix it, yeah.
When you go on a trip, it sucks when you can't ride the Matterhorn, but rather do that than risk it and not be safe. Yeah.
I did see I was watching TikTok the other day at work, and I seen somebody was live streaming from Disneyland, and the Splash Mountain ride. I heard that they were gonna change this shit, but it looked
they're
exactly
closing
the
it
same.
down.
It looked exactly the fucking same.
No, it's
I seen
the same,
it on
but
TikTok yesterday.
They're not changing the outside.
It to Princess and the Frog.
I didn't see it change.
They're not changing the outside.
I didn't see the inside. No, he live streamed the whole inside.
Yeah, because they haven't shut it. No. When they haven't shut the ride down to work on it. I heard
it's already changed. Okay, it hasn't been changed.
No.
Okay.
They haven't started that. From the people that I see online who keep up to date with this shit, they're about, I think they say they're going to try and shut that down in about November or something like that. They're going to let this ride through the rest of summer. And then we come into fall, they're going to shut it down and they're going to start reworking on that so they can get it all rebuilt and stuff for the next summer. Gotcha. Because it's strenuous what they have to do. They can't just rebuild it and put it up. They have to change it. All the animatronics, run multiple tests, make sure everything works.
Well, I haven't been there.
So many variables.
When they said that they were going to change it, I thought they were doing it immediately.
Yeah, no.
They're changing it. They're changing it from the Song of the South because it's
Captain Obvious, obviously.
Duh. But they're changing it to that. I heard it was changing it to the Princess and the Frog thing.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
But I thought as soon as
the
they
ride's
announced
still the
it,
same.
That they were canceling it and changing it immediately.
Yeah, they're not rerouting anything. You're right, Kenny. Yeah, but what like you said, Hardy, you thought they were gonna do that shit immediately, but
when they announced it, I thought it was already all right, we're done with this shit.
Yeah,
let's put in the new shit. I can't wait to go again. My mom's been bugging me to go down there. I'm gonna go down there, man.
I found a great pin online yesterday because me into pin collecting. It was a pin in coordination with Disney and Loungefly. And it was one of those big cases. So it had a big case around it. And it was a US map, right? With the dots. And the pin was Goofy and Max riding in their vehicle from a Goofy movie. but it just
What's a Loungefly?
Loungefly is the company that makes all those like mini backpacks and stuff like that. All those
Oh,
purses.
those fucking expensive ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Lily wants a ton of those.
Lily's like a boy.
She doesn't love that stuff, huh?
No. I just signed her up for fucking private hitting lessons from somebody who played on the U.S. team.
Oh,
for
hell
June
yeah.
21st. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's
She
dope.
begged me for it, and I surprised her with it today.
She deserves it. I mean, fuck.
Yeah. They all do. These kids are great. All the kids are great, man.
Oh
I
man.
love the kids.
Oh yeah, for
Oh, yeah.
sure. How are the kids doing in like they're getting ready for that summer skateboarding class, right, Kenny?
No, I haven't signed them up for skate camp yet. I did sign them up for PGA camp.
Oh hell yeah.
That's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
That's fucking
So
cool.
they're gonna spend a week at Redwood
Marina?
Canyon.
Oh, Redwood Canyon. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a couple of PGA coaches that are coming out.
PBR.
PBR coaches. I'll send them to Trav's house.
That's
But,
exactly what
they-
I am.
So the older boys will go 9 to 4 for a week, and Travie goes from like noon to 4. He only gets 4 hours
Yeah.
because he's little.
Yeah,
but-
he ain't gonna be able to hang that much anyways, you know.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm
kind
gonna
of
try
sport
and
you
give
need
him
the
the
most lessons though.
But I'm gonna send him to skate camp, and then I'm gonna try and do some surf lessons.
Surf lessons.
Yeah. So I was talking
Fuck that.
to a guy I work with, and there's a place in Santa Cruz called Club Ed. Like $120.
That's another
He's a
one of my
surfer.
phobias is the ocean. I'm scared of the ocean.
Another phobia. We barely fucking crossed the first one, man.
Well, yeah. Well, I've seen when I
Yeah.
was young. I seen someone die in the ocean. A fucking very healthy man die in the ocean that was very like knee deep, and that fucking scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, he goes, I'm not really afraid of anything
Well,
like that.
I
Meanwhile,
can't
they're
think of
coming
anything until we're talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, podcast therapy.
Thank you,
Oh,
Why don't you lay
Find
sideways, Hardy,
out.
and we'll talk about it.
Dr. Ken.
With this, yeah, lay down. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, so it's in Santa Cruz though.
Yeah. They got a bunch of it's Santa Cruz, so there's all kinds of surfers and lots of surf shops up there.
So you want to put them into like a weekend camp thing?
I want to do a camp, but the camps are ridiculously expensive. They're
I'm
really
sure.
fucking cool. They're really cool, but they're just I can't afford it right now. Maybe next year I will.
Well, you put him into skate camp. You put him into skate camp. If you know how to skate, you're like halfway there to fucking surfing.
Yes and no. It's a little different, but
A lot different.
I did skating all my life, and then when I turned
Oh fuck! Here we
16,
go.
I rented a surfboard and a whole thing down when I was at the beach house with my mother.
Did you cut a wave?
Fuck no.
Well, I was able to cut one wave. My Yes.
fat ass couldn't even get up on the board. I'd be like, oh, my back.
Yeah, but by the time I was able, like, it was so little. By the time I was up and steady, I was already slipping back off the board because we were about to hit beach. And my back straight up fucking pounded the sand.
Yeah.
But I went for it.
Find the right spots for the good waves, man. It's got to be calm, and it's got to be, especially like for the kids. So it can't you can't have no rip current or nothing out there. So it depends on where you surf.
I mean, and you look at half these like professional surfers out there, and if they're riding anything that's worth riding, they're getting fucking towed out there. I think it's bullshit.
No, I've been out to Santa Cruz quite a few times. If you go out to the lighthouse, right on the tip of there's like a little peninsula almost out there, and you know there's some nasty rocks over there, but the waves come ripping in really good. But they're not big waves. And there's got to be fucking 40, 50 people out there, and they're catching little 3-foot waves. You can
No,
ride
all those
in.
guys are fucking posers. They don't know what they're
Yeah,
fucking
those-
doing.
Nah.
You
Those
don't
look
ride
good.
Mavericks, you little bitch.
Yeah, no, they're fucking fags, dude. I'll take them on right now.
Hey, speaking of
fucking
I don't
fags,
give a shit if it's Pride Month.
They're
I'll take them on
12-year-olds.
right now. They ain't shit, dude.
what's going on with the
Pussy.
fucking curveballs and chair fucking bullshit?
I don't.
I seen you had them on, man.
That was dude, fantastic episode. If you guys,
It was great. Hey,
anybody
when I
who
seen
didn't
Tyler
listen-
on the thumbnail, I messaged
Yeah.
him right away. And he's like, "You knew I couldn't stay off Trapdoor to Hell, motherfucker." I
dude,
gave
it
him the
was
old fucking arm flex fucking emoji.
it was so great having like Ty and Cheese on last week. And,
Cheese wanted an apology so bad for some reason.
like I said, I think they're doing some sort of bit, but like I know Cheese and I know my brother really well. And I know
Duh.
Dominic. I know Dominic pretty well as well, right? I know their actions. And now that I got Tyler on and I got Cheese on and I kind of got an explanation, I know exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened and I can break it down. What exactly happened is we had one of our first episodes after you and Donnie came on.
I remember.
We had that episode with Little Rudy.
Rudy.
And Little Rudy had worked with Dominic at Orchard Supply.
Yep.
And we straight up roasted Dominic Hobson for
It
like
wasn't even that bad.
an
though.
hour and a half. No, it was tame compared to how I could
Our
actually,
normal hangouts, yeah. Like, come on.
how we I mean I think I roast Kenny and you harder.
You roast me fucking on a Sunday fucking talk on Warzone more than that.
Exactly. But we put out that episode and then I put out graphics after that. All edited graphics, and it was pointed towards the shit talk towards him. And I for real think Dominic took it personal.
Oh,
For real, dude.
Oh,
I for
What a
real do
bitch.
think he took it personal. Which, whatever. We've over the podcast, we verbally challenge each other to basketball
joke.
games, cook-offs, blah,
Beer
blah,
drinking.
blah, blah. He'll lose all of that if he actually wants to do it. There's no chance in hell he wins that if he wants to actually do it. Maybe the
Tell him to get a
cooking
tattoo.
and he won't even get a tattoo because his mother said it's not good. But so he got upset by that. Him and Cheese.
I won't get a tattoo because his mama said it's not cool.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I know you don't listen, Ken. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
gonna get more mad.
I listen
now,
to your
but-
podcast. I listen to your podcast. I
Okay,
just
all right,
missed that
yeah.
one.
No,
Fuck
but that
you.
was on
Thanks for
on
laughing.
curveballs and chair shots mostly. And we kind of touched upon it last week with Cheese. When I was like, so Dominic didn't get the didn't get the tattoo when he was in Vegas, and he didn't, of course. But so
Mama's dead.
And I like Cheese. Cheese is a good podcaster.
Cheese
He's a
is
good
great.
speaker.
Well, Cheese went to San Francisco State for journalism
For broadcasting.
and broadcasting. He's done all this shit. He's great.
Yeah.
When I love when I can get him on because it's open and I know he can say what he wants to. You know,
And he wasn't acting like a little bitch like Dominic.
No. I love Dominic to death.
Me,
I love
I
him.
don't even know him, but
I love Dominic to death. I've known him since I was very young.
but
He's got to keep his tongue tied a little bit because of every time he records anything, there's a side person present.
his lady.
I didn't say that, but
Is that they call the studio audience bullshit?
I love and that's it.
Good
And Mary,
burn, good burn.
every time I knew it when they got together in high school, I knew both of them. Mary's awesome. I don't think Mary
I've met them both on multiple occasions. I think I met him at Ken's house. multiple
yeah,
times,
no, they
too.
came over
And at your
for one
house.
of the
Yeah.
UFC fights.
Yes.
Mary was more fucking cool than Dominic was when she
Damn.
came over. Like, I don't know.
I don't fucking even remember him.
And it's your house.
Fuck, so many people come to my house, man.
Yeah, no.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
so-
a problem, dog.
So they she's awesome. I think it's cool, but I think he's set the standard for himself where he's got to walk this hard line.
He's pussy whipped.
And
That's what you're gonna say. He's pussy whipped.
And I don't know if he can like I talk shit all the time.
We've all been there.
Shit all the time, and I go like, this is fucking all for jokes. It's all for jokes. Please, and this is why I'm still. But I can fucking say what I want on this podcast. Say whatever I want.
It's your fucking podcast.
You're goddamn right. So
they're not gonna like this.
Oh no, Dominic's gonna. Tyler's not gonna be back on
another contract.
Chair shots. There's gonna be another fucking contract.
Hey, I give props to Tyler. He was like, "Hey, Cheese, where's that contract? Fucking wipe your ass with that shit right now."
He did it, and I want to have Tyler. Dude. Even just today, this is one of the.
You should have been right here with this in the square four right
here. Yeah. Well, if Donnie, could
that
hold to his.
Don't mean shit. That contract don't mean shit anyway.
One of the best things that me and Ty do together is you guys both know my Aunt Jody, and I'm pretty sure the listeners know my Aunt Jody. She'll put it's me, my brother. My mom, my grandmother, my other aunts, my nieces or my cousins, all in the group message, and she'll send these stupid ass videos, and she's got like a fucking Android from like 10 years ago, so it all comes in as a file. It's not even a fucking video. It looks like she shot this shit over a camcorder that's this big, and she sends it over text. And all it is, all the group text is me and my brother straight up making jokes over and over and over again. I'll read these off because they're so funny. Even without context, they're hilarious. The
best thing Tyler does is he's such a good cheerleader for you where you start going crazy with your fucking...
Oh, he's great at it. He knows.
Yeah.
So my Aunt Jody sent a video that she put her phone. What's up?
Aunt Jody heard.
I gotta cut this. Give me a second. Hold up.
We gotta leave. We're ending it. Sorry, guys. This is a good episode.
So Hardy, we'll keep it going.
Fuck, dude. And we're back. So what you
That boy,
for the cut.
Hardy got it down.
I mean, he honestly, if we were to restart this over and I were to restart my podcast career, I would have Hardy be the host of any show I do. Any show I do. Because I love my brother to death, and me and my brother can rant all day. We can go back and forth, but I'm the guy who can make nothing out of I can make something out of nothing, as you would say. Like I can go and go. Like even right now, we're only talking about how Hardy should be, how Hardy only did an intro, and I'm feeling minutes worth of material on this. Like I could keep doing this all day long. I shouldn't be hosting the show. I should be the guy that you go to. But you know what? This is where it is now. So we're in a spot right now where I'm this guy. I gotta host. I gotta rant. I gotta do that. It feels bad when I'm doing it because I want to have guests on, but then I'll do this like I'm doing right now, and I'll hold the mic for too long, and you two are just sitting there and not saying anything.
I'm gonna do one episode with you.
You never shut the fuck up.
I make you dig deep into yourself. Watch.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that.
I'm gonna do it. Your whole upbringing, everything. I'm gonna ask all the right questions.
Oh, my upbringing. I'm waiting for this. My brother. So my brother.
I don't want to hear about your upbringing.
No.
You this is say that for another podcast.
No, this is funny. So
you
my brother has been posting.
Let me take my earpiece out.
My brother has been posting videos lately apparently he's got a hold of all the old
I've seen some of them.
cassette videotapes from when we were young.
VHS, it's called. It's called VHS.
The
Young buck.
VHSs and shit like that. Well, my dad has some old clips from like a fucking reel-to-reel player, some old shit I don't even know.
You're not that fucking old, son.
No, they're not of
You ain't
me.
got
No.
reel.
Those are from when my dad was a kid. I'm just saying.
Okay. I can buy that.
All my stuff is from the old VHS or the cassette tapes and stuff like that. So I told my brother, because there's one there. We've gone through these as a family when I was like in high school and shit like that. And then after, there's one specific clip that I absolutely adore. It puts me and my dad's relationship down to an exact T. This motherfucker is in the backyard mowing the lawn, and I've got one of those little tyke popping lawnmowers. You roll it and it goes pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
So I bought one of those for my kids.
And I'm imitating him as he's mowing the back lawn, and my mom is recording. And then all of a sudden I get in front of him and he shuts the lawnmower off and he fucking puts his hands up and he goes, "Are you kidding me, Travis? I'm trying to mow the lawn." So I've sanctioned my brother. I said, "You're watching all these things. You need to find that clip and you need to send it to me." Because every time I bring it up to old Glenn G, no, I never did
Never
that.
happened.
No, that never happened. I never did that. I'm just afraid that it's in that pile of stuff that my dad's got in the storage container right now.
I was at the store buying my beer today, and fucking some young little girl was like, "What's your birthday?" Told her my birthday, and she was like, "You were born in the '80s?" Like it was a big deal. Like I was thinking like a dinosaur. It's like, "You're born in the '80s?" Like what?
See, I'm having the opposite effect, right? When we were in Chowchilla, I realized that most people don't understand how young I am. When I went to,
They don't.
I had passed out for the first time at like, I think it was like maybe 11:30 or midnight. He's laughing because
Did you smoke weed again?
No. I had the hiccups.
No,
I had the hiccups.
This is the best.
Yeah,
This
Donnie
is the
said
best.
it. He said
And
he hiccup like 6 hours.
I could not get rid of the hiccups. So I had the hiccups and I'm like, I just laid down on the fucking chair and put myself to sleep. Right. But then
I went to bed at that same time too.
Yeah. But then
boys.
But then I'm woken up at like 1:30 a.m. or something like that. But like
1:30. We're not even sleeping by 3.
What?
I said 1:30. We're usually not sleeping by 3.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was woken up at like
mellow. It was a pretty mellow weekend.
Yeah, I was woken up at like 1:30 by like Keith and what the fuck is her name? Forgetting.
Joe.
Lori.
Huh?
Joe.
Not Joe, not Lori.
Joe Mama.
Who's God.
Valerie?
No, Valerie is already gone.
Yeah, Val was gone.
Who makes all the drinks? What the fuck? I'm missing.
Casey?
Oh,
Casey and
No,
Billy.
wait,
Yeah.
Casey was still there?
Casey was still there. I was woken up by Casey and Keith. And Casey started talking shit. Oh, this motherfucker's already been asleep for a couple hours. But I had woken up and my hiccups were gone. So I said,
"It's fucking go time.
Fuck this shit." I went back into the garage and I grabbed that fifth of Jack Daniels that Donnie had already bought. And I put it on the table right next to me and a couple of beers. And I said,
Is that why you're throwing up on the way home?
He pulled a Glenn G.
Oh yeah, I straight up did. But it was funny
pictures.
too because it was me. So Billy was in the backyard talking to the neighbor kid, and Donnie. I forget who was still
Whose
awake.
house were you guys at?
We're at Keith's. There was still a couple people awake.
Fill in a gap here.
There's still a couple people awake at that time. I think it was Billy talking to the neighbor guy, and then it was me, Casey, and Keith, right? And Casey was talking some wild shit. Well, I started talking some wild shit too. I started talking about like my sexual appetite and this shit, and how
You would go there, dude. You
How-
would fucking go there.
how I don't really get horny for anything, and how I'd rather just get hammered and all this bullshit. And she's like, I bet you wouldn't. You know what?
All
No,
right.
I'm not gonna. This is on
All right,
YouTube.
all
I'm not
right,
gonna
all
out.
right,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
out anybody.
Yeah.
Not gonna out. But it was a fun back and forth. It was a fun back and forth of just bullshit between me and her. And Keith was in the middle of it, just awkward as shit. And I'm
Yeah.
just slugging back to Jack and fucking hanging out. And then all of a sudden she goes, I'm taking Billy home. I'm gonna fucking ride that motherfucker's mouth for like an hour. Like, you fucking get it. You get that shit. And then it was me, Keith, and his neighbor out there until fucking almost 5 a.m. just
All right,
talking
time
about
out.
bullshit.
I heard I talked to Keith in the morning, and he said his neighbor, his old lady, he kicked that motherfucker out. So he fucking came down the street because he knew there was a party going on.
Yeah.
And Keith is like, I felt bad for him, so I just fucking let him stay and hang out and fucking drink it until fucking 5 a.m. And he's like, I'm going to bed. You gotta go home.
Yeah, because we were all sitting there talking, and I didn't know that. I just knew that he was over here, and then he slowly started to leave. He's like, my garage door is closed. I don't have keys. I'm not allowed back in. And I go, oh shit, this guy got kicked the fuck out for coming over here. And then it became late enough where me and Keith smoked all of the cigarettes. Like literally all of the cigarettes we had. Keith wouldn't go back into the room to get any more because Lori was
sleeping, bro.
obviously mad and sleeping. And we went through 2 packs after 1:30. Like we were just fucking
chain smoking. When she that hammered,
and it was bad.
One after
And
the other.
and I finally said, because I was trying to fucking power through with Keith, because I had went to sleep early because of those shitty ass hiccups. I finally said, you know what, guys, I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up early. And then I went to bed, and I don't know what the hell happened
gonna
between
be
them
up
two.
early. I left at 5.
We left at 10.
I heard Big Homie's
You
brother's
went
lady
to bed
called
at
everybody
5.
out
And
over
you
there.
had to be up early.
Oh no. Ryan's lady was hilarious.
Yeah, Ryan's lady was like,
me
hey,
and
all you motherfuckers don't act as crazy until the Bay Area guys come out.
yeah,
You guys are acting like some pussies. Yeah, she was like, all you guys act like some pussies until the Bay Area boys are here.
Yeah, me and her were going back right when we were talking about where me and Ken were talking about the steaks and which one you would rather have. She was sitting right in front of me, and we were just fucking talking because Ryan was passed out in the fucking lawn chair.
He slept like 3 times that night.
Yeah, he was out. He was
slept
out
in
like
the afternoon. He slept again 2 hours later, and then he fucking slept again.
Dude, it was so great. It was a fucking great time though. Like it was so much fun.
Horseshoes, bro. You fucking suck at horseshoes.
Oh, I'm terrible, but you know that. I'm super.
I don't know that. I do now.
I've never claimed to. Why do you think I throw backs?
Well,
why do you think I throw back?
Because you never built a horseshoe pit.
No, I have. That's false. I did.
Yeah.
We built a horseshoe pit when I was 18 in the backyard of my buddy Jimmy Minkle's house that I've already mentioned on this. I just stink at it. I stink at it. I spent all that time where those fools were playing, just pounding down fucking shots.
You'd be good at horseshoes if you fucking put some time in.
I bet I would. I think I would.
Yeah. With the way you guys play bags, you and Donnie too.
even at
Hardy,
that, like,
Hardy too. All you guys would be good at fucking shoes. If you sat down
I
and
can play
fucking
horseshoes.
flipped some shoes,
I grew up with horseshoes. I didn't grow up with fucking
You
bags.
fucking
It's a-
ringer.
it's a different throw. It's a different throw completely.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
just
weighted
don't.
throw.
I do not know how to separate the two. That's the problem. Because then it throws off all my fucking my step and all that bullshit. It's just fucking weird. But it was fun playing that. The funny thing about that, so we set up, we all put in, it was gonna be a random tournament of that shit, and it was $10 a buy-in. You get a random partner, and everybody was talking about how Kenny showed up the night before. In the first game they played, he hit fucking a 6-pack, and he just hammered that shit down.
I
And
played
of
my
course,
ass off. I played more fun. I played the best shoes I ever played that night.
and of course, when we go to pull them, everybody who's first just pulls and pulls and pulls until Kenny gets pulled by Keith,
Hey,
right?
No,
J-Rod.
motherfucker. This is the shitty part. They didn't put my name in. I was in there cooking, and they didn't even fucking put my name in the hat.
Oh my!
Fucking assholes. I was pissed. And I was like, they pulled everybody's name, and I walked over. It was like, so who did I get? They're like,
No.
I was like, hey, you motherfuckers.
No. Your name
they
was
didn't put my name in the hat.
the. You're right. They did not put your name in the hat. You're right.
They gave me to Sid. And then something else happened, and I
thought you were with Keith.
I ended up with Keith. I don't know what happened. I was cooking, so
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Something happened. They told me I was with Sid.
Yeah, I know
and
exactly.
They told me I was with Keith.
I know exactly what happened. So Keith took everybody's money and put everybody in but Kenny. And then so there was, I think
he was cooking.
I think there was about 10 people in. I think there was about 10 people in a total. So we drew.
Yeah, it was $100. It was $100.
Yeah, we drew 1, 2, 3, 4. We drew all those numbers, and then it came down to the fifth person, and they should have just picked your name, which was Keith. Keith was the fifth person. He should have drawn your name. What ended up happening was everybody was like, why is there so many names in here? We've been drawing multiples because Keith didn't realize that once you draw a name, if you put everybody's name in, you have to pull the other one out. So it would just ended up being this weird situation. They were trying to make up by like being like, oh, well, he'll play. So like, I think one of the first 3, right? So one was pulled. It was the first person who pulled, I believe, was like Jared. He pulled Donnie, right? And then the next person went up and they pulled Jared. So they're like, okay, well, Jared's already gone, so just pick somebody else. And it just become this weird shit. And I said, Keith, you don't know what you're doing. Just let me handle this. I've run tournaments before. And then we ended up figuring out by the end. But it ended up.
I thought it was funny because every time we throw shoes and shit, all that stuff, all I know is like you guys are huddled around this fucking pad of paper about figuring out the fucking tree and shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's time to play.
Yeah. It was absolutely insane. It was a fun time though. Still a fun time.
Who won that shoe tournament?
You and Keith.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. Well, you're the fucking king of that shit. Face me in cornhole.
I was fucking shit up that night. No, bro, I fucking won the first 2 rounds. I fucking laid down 2 6-packs, fucking ringers and all that shit.
It was Keith. It was Kenny at the beginning, and then Keith was clutch.
Yeah, I didn't. I kind of.
Keith was clutch.
I fell flat on the finish, but Keith wrapped it up.
For sure.
All I had to do was hold Donnie at bay. And I did too. All I did was cap him. He only got 1 point every now and then. And then Keith was ringer.
Oh, he cleaned up at the end. He cleaned up at the end for sure.
He fucking pulled his weight.
It was great. Well, boys, This has been a phenomenal episode.
Really?
My
Oh,
guy.
dude, you're gonna listen
My
back.
guy.
It's so fun. This is Ken's first time doing it. Like him hearing that, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Listen back to this. It's gonna be so much fun. Even
Cool.
with the funny part is gonna be like the piss breaks and this and that. It's fucking great. We had a great time. I'm glad you guys can come on.
Well, thanks for having us,
Let's do it
Trav.
again. I hope everything's good at home.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Anything you guys want to plug before I do the
I do.
old goodbyes?
Can I please plug Trapdoor to Hell? Travis Gunnarsson. Let's get it. Love you, bud.
Thanks for plugging the show you're currently on. I love that still. I'll clip that and put it out.
Always.
I appreciate you guys always being able to come here on the, on short notice and fill this. This is
Thanks
gonna
for
be
the
a fun
invite.
episode. Kenny, do not
my
be
first
afraid
time,
to
so-
come back on again, man. You did.
No, just invite, man. Invite. I'll show up. I had a nice time.
Did it. All right, guys.
Hanging out with you boys. So.
All right.
Hey, much love, y'all.
So let's do this. Please go ahead and like all the socials, follow all the socials. So you want to like us on Facebook, Trapdoor Well, follow us on Twitter, Trapdoor Pod. If you have any topics that you want to go over on the next episode, whether it be like you want to hear us talk about a movie or whatever, you can email us trapdoorpod@yahoo.com. I'll get to it, and I want to hear it. Kenny?
Yo. Later.
Oh, you're just pointing at where the plug
He's
should
wearing the
be.
share button, man. The share button.
Please,
It's somewhere around there.
on this Facebook, on this YouTube page, please, if you're
Click
watching on
that
YouTube,
thing. Whatever.
Yep, I
Where do you
love
click?
that. He, subscribe to us, follow
Feel better
us,
than Donnie.
share us, do all the fucking great things. I love you guys very much, and thank you for listening. We've had a great week, and you guys have a good week out there.